test, test, test.
Is anybody standing back there at this point where they would be able to hear anybody?
Testing. Something off over there.
Test, 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 test.
Anybody hearing something back there?
We're not hearing the shit yet.
Test.
See if he can back there. Whatever I had is working a minute ago. Let's go over this one. A little bit of sound.
Can you see him? Test. Turn the arena one off. Just to be friendly. Test, 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 test. Test in the beef barn.
Try that.
Testing.
I don't think you're on.
Test, test. That did something. Test. That's on this one in here.
Test, test. That's a swine.
Test.
That's a swine barn too. So they're both barns. They're both barns. They're just
After 2. 2 of 6. Not terrible.
this show. It's 206. Like she said, it's the last 2. Yeah. I'd say get better off. I can hear the one from up here, but I can't hear anything. I think all the beef guys all stand out there. They pretty much are. Yeah. I think do the show here. If you have to wait 2 minutes, we might get somebody wait.
No bigger than it is. I think you're alright. So, it really doesn't matter who has phone.
We don't have any sound back in the barn. Pretty much everybody's over here anyway. We go ahead and tell them to bring the first scoop in. It will.
Test, test. Test. I thought it's a big one. Were you trying to get your power from another one?
Alright, ladies and Test.
Test.
We can just use that.
We can pass back forth.
Well, both.
That worked. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the delay, but we are going to get started with the dairy show. We have moved showmanship to the end of the show bill, so we're going to start with our Guernsey 2-year-old cows. We're expecting 3 exhibitors in the class. at this class of Guernseys, if you could have your Holstein spring calf ready to go. Those next few classes will be single entries, so they will move by pretty quickly.
Welcome to our dairy show here today. Starting out with our Guernsey 2-year-old class here. We're going to start with the young man there on the left. Like I said, all of these heifers are unfresh, but the one coming out there, the pair on the end, both due in September. We're going to go on the left. She's a little more balanced for me all the way throughout. Prefer the rump structure and the way she tracks out on the rear legs today. Together, this really wide, powerful heifer coming out in the second. Second and the third, it is overall size and scale. Depth of wood to go with this younger heifer and then third. Younger heifer in third, like I said, she's just getting up a little bit as far as age as well. Just keep on developing her and continue to calf her in. She'll be able to compete with the two in front of her. Congratulations on this class.
Jacob Cottrell is first, Derek Collin is second, and Sadie Collin is third. Next in will be your Holstein spring calf.
Single entry here in our Holstein spring calf class. Definitely admire from the side. Looks like looking from the side profile. She's extremely straight in the line, is balanced all the way throughout. Other than that, if you want to change anything, maybe give her a little more springer rib and depth of the rear rib. Like you said, being such a young calf, she has a lot of time to develop. So congratulations, young lady. You're definitely deserving of our first place ribbon today. Congratulations.
First in class for hosting spring calf was Lillian Hobson. Next class is hosting fall calf, which will also be Lillian Hobson. We also have your champion and reserve champion Guernseys. Jacob Cottrell was your champion, and Derek Collum was your reserve.
Just one entry here in our Holstein Fall Calf class, which you really admire this red and white, again, especially from the from the side. She's again really extremely balanced all the way throughout. We really love the way she tracks her in the ring. I'm going to change anything, maybe give her a little more drop to her rear up today, but nothing to take away from her. Could see some competition down the road. Congratulations.
Class winner was Lillian Hobson. Next in the ring will be Holstein winner Yearling Heifers with one entry.
Holstein spring yearling class. A short age April heifer here with our red and white. But again, another one that follows the pattern of our Holsteins that have come through today, extremely straight in the lines. We really love the front end. She is extremely stylish. That front end brings very smoothly in the left shoulder. I'm going to change anything. She tends to stretch out a little bit. I'm going to change the way she tracks actually out behind those front feet today. But besides that, a really nice heifer. Definitely deserving of first place ribbon. Congratulations.
Your hosting winner yearling heifer was Lillian Hobson. Next in the ring will be hosting 5-year-old cows with William Tree. At the conclusion of the 5-year-old class, we will need all of Lillian's calves back in the ring for Champion Drive.
Truth here in our 5-year-old Holstein cow. The cow, like I said, told the young lady, she is an extreme powerhouse. She loved the width all the way through the front end. He is a distinction of that upper run. Taking all the way back, she's extremely light from hook to hook, pin to pin. We'd love to see her for fresh. They said I'm not sure if she's bred back yet or not. We'd love to see the motor system when she is fresh. But like I said, a really nice cow and definitely deserving of the first place for them today. Congratulations.
Class winning was Lillian Hobson. Now will be the Champion Drive for Holsteins, so you can bring all 4 of those cows back in.
as we've come to our Holstein Champion Drive, let's start out with a big round of applause for all of our exhibitors out here today. Four really quality individuals all the way throughout. Like I said, really staying the age gap from a little March Church gap there to a 5-year-old cow. What I'm going to do is go out and select your champion, reserve, and honorable mention in that order, and I'll come back and give you reasons why, but let's greet them with another round of applause before I do so. Well, it gets pretty close to me when it really becomes between selecting these two red heifers, but I'm going to go with our spring yearling today. When it comes down to it, just a little more centrally placed throw for me today. Really for the way she tracks on those relays compared to our fall cap. Nothing to take away from her. But for me, when it comes to that reserve over our cow here, she's just a little more dairy, a little more cleaner, angular today, a little more show ready than our cow. Like I said, we'd love to see her fresh again. We'll see what she could really do. But three deserving champions, and again, really four quality individuals. Let's give them one more big round of applause before they exit the ring.
Champion junior Holstein heifer was Lillian Hobson with her winter yearling heifer. Her reserve junior heifer was your fall calf, which was also Lillian Hopkins. Your champion senior heifer was Lillian Hopkins. Once the alley clears out, and we'll be ready for the next class of milking shorthorn fall cows. We're looking for 2 entries.
here in the Milking Shorthorn class. Like I said, this will be for champion as well. However, we're starting out with the more white heifer. She's really a handy winner in my opinion. We just really love the depth of rib that this heifer has to go over our second place one. We especially love she's really deep in the barrel, has more depth of rear rib and more spring rib today to go over a really nice string. So third the Lions heifer coming out in the second. Team said this heifer in the second. Keep her coming for next year. I think she has a really good prospects as well. But with that being said, again, let's give a nice big round of applause for Milking Shorthorn champions today.
Your champion, Milking Shorthorn, is Jacob Cottrell. Loser champion is Hollis McPike. Next in the ring will be crossbred spring cows. We're looking for 2 entries.
cross club spring calf class. I said this also is for champion as well, so let's give these young ladies a nice big round of applause before I give my reasons. So with that being said, two different types of heifers in this class. You can go one way or another. But for me, I'm going to start with the heifer on the left. For me, this has a bit more power and strength, especially the front end. A little more depth and depth of forward as well as spring rib today to go over a really very clean, angular heifer in second. Also for the way the first place second tracks out in the rear legs. Really compared to the heifer coming in on the second. Nothing to take away from me, I do admit. Our second place heifer is cleaner, especially more improving in that thigh. But like I said, two really deserving of a champion and reserve champion here in our crossbred spring calf class. Let's give them one big more round of applause as they exit the ring. Congratulations.
Your champion crossbred heifer is Melina McPike. Reserve champion is Sam Tom. Next in the ring will be your Ayrshire Spring yearlings, and there's only one entry in the class.
As I think this is the only Ayrshire in the show, let's give a nice big round of applause here for our one Ayrshire exhibitor.
Go ahead and stay in the ring.
This heifer here, like I said, just really has a nice wow factor to her. I think she could stand a lot of competition down the road. She's extremely balanced all the way throughout, straight in the lines. Really admire the rib on this heifer. Like I said, one wish we had a few more in here to be able to compete against her, but I think they can do very well at the next level. So let's give a nice big round of applause for our champion Ayrshire spring ring today.
All right, our Ayrshire is going to stay in the ring for its grand drive, and then we'll bring our other four champions back in, and we'll select who. We'll just select top two. The champion Ayrshire was Braden Hoover.
as we've come to our grand champion selection, let's start again with a big round of applause for all of our exhibitors out here today. I know it hasn't been the biggest number of individuals that are exhibited, but the quality has definitely been there. Well, really appreciated. And it's extremely impressive as well to see this many breeds out here. I know in most counties, like I said, we're never going to have 2 or 3. So very, very impressive to see this many different breeds represented out here in Park County today. So with that, like I said, extremely happy with the quality I have represented out here. I'm going to go out and select your grand and reserve, and then I'll come back and give you a few reasons why. But again, let's greet them all with a big round of applause before I go out and do so. Well, for me today, we're going to take a look at all these individuals and really taking a look at what can maybe do the best at the next level. It's really going to be this Ayrshire Spring Wheeling. The one when she walked in the ring again has a ton of style and balance all the way throughout. And then when it comes down to it, we're talking about our grand and then reserve, it really is that depth and openness and swinging weight that she has to go over our American Shorthorn, which will be our reserve champion. But American Shorthorn, for me, this has a ton of style and balance all over the way throughout. Nothing to take away from our other 3 individuals that are out here, but again, this really struck me as being one that could do some damage as she continues to develop. So 5 definitely deserving champions. Again, let's give a nice big round of applause for our grand champion selection.
Your grand champion overall dairy female was Braden Hoover with the Ayrshire. And your reserve grand champion was Jacob Cottrell with the Milking Shorthorn. We're going to move on to our showmanship portion. So if our first class of showmanship could come in, we are expecting 4 entries. Junior Dairy Showmanship winner is welcome to participate in the Senior Showmanship class. Go ahead and bring your junior class into the ring, please.
Let's give a nice big round of applause for our junior showmanship participants today. This is one of my favorite parts of the show. We go to work with them. We get to see what they really do well, and it's really exciting when they come out and they do so well. We're going to make this a lot harder for me to be able to pick. It's a very subjective class. I know a different judge may do something different on each day. So, like I said, we try to get things well, and they said we also some things that we could work on. Try to work with them through that. As I was going around, some questions I was asking, what they liked and didn't like about their heifer, and also some parts questions too. I think evaluation is extremely important. As they go out to select their calf for the next year, as they're breeding for the next generation, if they're able to identify that and be able to really see the ideal confirmation, I think that's a really, really important part of this and an important part of the project. So I always tend to make that a point in showmanship, as well as also to see how they do within the ring and their showing presence as well. So with that, I will go out and select your champion. So I hope you will greet them with a really nice round of applause. So. Like I said, this will be extremely close racing for me. With me today, this young lady just really always had her heifer under control, did a really nice job of getting her set up. And just like I said, as I came up to her, she always had a smile on her face. To be able to say, maybe we can do stuff in a brighter day. So nothing to take away from the other three showmen. I think they did a really outstanding job. So again, let's give them all a big nice round of applause as they exit the ring.
Your champion junior showman is Stephen Collin. You're welcome to stay for the senior showman. We are looking for one more entry for senior showmanship. Juniors are dismissed.
we're here to our last class of the day. So again, let's give a nice big round of applause to our senior showmanship participants. Before I talk much more, I just want to say thank you for the invitation to come out and judge your dairy show today. Like I talked about in the Grand Champion, I know there wasn't a ton of numbers here, but a really nice quality show, and really great to see some really enthusiastic kids to help this program keep on growing, and I hope that it definitely continues to do so. So, like I said, the kids in the program, invite your friends, keep the police program going. It's a really great way to keep the day-to-day health program strong within Park County. So, like I said, two really nice quality individuals out here that we have participating in our senior showmanship. We have our junior showmanship winner, and then one participant here for our senior as well. So, both did a really outstanding job. I kind of upped the ante as far as what parts I was asking about. Like I said, like I talked about in the junior showmanship, I think that evaluation portion is extremely important, so I wanted to make sure they knew that, and then gave them a few more tips as far as showmanship, staying on the correct side, and maybe hand placement within the halter to be able to work on. So both of them did a really outstanding job. I won't make this too suspenseful. I'm going to go with the young man here. He is going to be our senior showmanship winner today. Nothing to take away from our junior showmanship. Just he has a little more experience, did a really nice job answering questions. Like I said, two really great individuals. Again, let's give them one big nice round of applause as they exit the room. Congratulations.
Your champion senior dairy showman is Derek Collum. That concludes the dairy showman, or the dairy show. We appreciate everybody coming out and participating. Thank you to our judge, Doug Wicker, and also all of the kids. We need to make sure that you're thanking parents and superintendents throughout the week for giving their time and efforts to make everything go smoothly as possible. Thank you guys. Have a good fair week.